All right, then thank you to everybody for joining us at Boulder Rotary, the best place to be on a Friday afternoon in Boulder, Colorado. And I'd like to introduce Linda Davidson, who will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the four-way test. I think.
Hi, hi, Sally. Sorry about that. I have my mom here. I'm in Venice, Florida, and she's going to say the pledge with me. Ready?
Go ahead.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And my mom's been a Rotarian in Grand Cayman and also here in Venice, Florida. Wow. She's been a Rotarian for, about 40 years.
How long?
30 years. In any case.
First woman ever joined Rotary.
And then the four-way test of the things we
think, say, and do.
Is
it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned?
Will it
build goodwill and better friendships?
Will it be
beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you so much, Linda, and your mom. We really appreciate you guys being here today to do that, and that your mom is a longtime Rotarian is very, very special. That's really cool. Thank you so much. Okay, so for those of you who do not know, we are the largest club in Colorado. We have about 220 members, and we typically meet at the JCC on Friday afternoon and enjoy our lunch together and have a wonderful program. And so obviously right now during COVID, we are meeting on Zoom, but I just wanted to give you kind of a feeling of who we are if you are here as a guest. And so I just wanted to also talk about, right now we're trying to figure out ways for us to be together in person and do some things. So there are going to be some opportunities coming up for service and but at a safe distance, and it should be a little bit of something for everybody. And so we'll be talking a little bit about those coming up. And I just wanted to have a quote for you today from Winston Churchill, who said, "This is no time for ease and comfort. It is a time to dare and endure." And I know that Rotary absolutely always dares and endures. And right now we are seeking out ways in our community to make a difference and try to make things a little bit better for people who are really struggling. And I'm really happy that you're all here with me today and that you share that same spirit and we're all like-minded in that sense. So next I would like to introduce Carl Kurtz, and he is going to give you a survey to see just about some of those things that I was just talking about. So Carl, take it away.
Thanks, Sally. And Fred, if you'd bring up the introduction here, we have another question about your willingness to participate in a potential club activity. Boulder Rotary Club is considering participating in the installation of a solar garden in North Boulder that will provide renewable energy to low-income homes in Boulder County. Club members would be asked to aid in the installation by signing up for half or full day blocks of outdoor work following strict safety protocols such as wearing masks, maintaining physical distance, and frequent hand washing. So here's the question. Only one today, so it should take you about half a second to answer. How likely are you to volunteer to participate in such a project? Yeah, we've got about 40 responses at this point. Let's wait. Oops, okay. More. See if we can get over 50. 4 more people. Okay, if not, let's end the poll. And here you can see the result. It is just about 1/4, 1/4, and 30% saying they're not at all likely, but we've got a quarter saying very likely, almost half saying very likely or likely. So thanks very much. That will help the PPE committee and the club leadership in making a decision about this. Back to you, Sally.
Thank you so much, Carl. Carl put that all together for us. It was really great. And thanks to Fred for running that. And thank you to all for participating so that we can kind of get a sense of what we should be doing and what kinds of things would be spark interest in our members at this weird current time. Now with that, if you are a guest today, we'd like to know about you. And Marty had mentioned it, but if you could go into the chat and put down your name and then who has invited you here today, we would really like to know more about you and see that you're here. So please feel free to do that. We'll be looking for you. And now I would like to introduce Nancy Chin Wagner, who will have our membership moment.
Good afternoon, everyone in Boulder Rotary Club. For this membership moment, I have our one and only Michelle Carpenter. And Michelle is director of the Adelante program and advanced placement Spanish teacher. She's so fluent. Anyway, she's been with Boulder Valley School District and this program for 28 years. So she's going to be telling us a little bit of what she does there, and then I will start my first question. Okay, Michelle?
Super, thanks. Thank you, Nancy. That was really nice of you. Yeah, as Nancy said, I've been at Boulder High School for quite some time, teaching AP Spanish literature. I teach a course for students who are pondering a career in education also. And then I direct the Adelante program that serves about 150 first-generation Latinx students annually.
Wonderful. So first question for you, Michelle. Can you tell us what you are doing during these uncertain times with your students, and what should we expect for the fall?
Well, that's a loaded question, especially given that I'm limited to 90 seconds and there's 2 questions after. So Nancy obviously has a great sense of humor. What I'm doing this summer is continuing my outreach to students. I'm working a lot. For example, this morning I'm working with some of my kids who have already graduated to be sure that they do, in fact, continue on to college. There's a lot of question in that area. Working to help them secure the scholarships that they applied for to be sure everything goes well so we don't lose any of our college-bound kids. For my rising seniors, we're doing a lot of work, again, on the college front with them, where we've been working with them on their resumes, their college essays, so that they go into their senior year feeling really ready. Today is the last day of a summer school course that we've been tutoring kids in. So basically staying busy with our Adelante students to be sure that as few as possible with all of this going on are falling through the cracks. What the fall will hold, we don't know. I'm so excited to see my students in person again, safely. And so I'm delighted that our school district is working so closely with our health department, and I'm confident that we'll have a plan that'll allow the maximum amount of in-person love as we can have safely.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now something on a little personal level. What is your favorite quote, and why does it happen to be so important right now in your life?
Nancy's got the best questions, doesn't she? One of my favorite quotes is that we can't do great things, we can only do small things with great love. And I think that that is so important right now, because I don't know about the rest of you, I bet you feel similarly. It feels like there are so many daunting challenges to be handled right now. You know, when everything, including going to the grocery store or caring for our family that's far away, they're just really hard right now. And so I think that it really gives me a lot of hope, knowing that if all I do is focus on the little small things that I can do and do all those things with great love, that in some way will make a difference.
Wonderful. Last question, 10 seconds, really short, because it's to your heart. What does Rotary mean to you?
What Rotary means to me is the same thing. There's all of us that are making little steps, some of them bigger than others, but little steps with a whole lot of love to really create a much more just and peaceful world. I feel like I'm with my sisters and brothers in my Rotary Club. I love you all, and I couldn't be more proud to be part of this club.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for participating in the membership moment, Michelle.
Thank you, Nance.
Welcome.
Thank you,
Back to
Nancy.
you, Sally.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you very much. And thank you, Michelle. It was really nice to hear about what you're focusing on right now with the kids. And thank you for all the work you do for our community and for the kids here. So I don't know if everybody knows, but at Rotary, on your birthday, you pay it forward. So instead of having people give you gifts, you give a gift to the scholarship fund. And it's something that we do traditionally. And we have a birthday host, and that is George Russell. And so I'm going to turn this over to George Russell to introduce a birthday today.
Happy birthday to all the Rotarians, even the ones who haven't signed up. I'd like to introduce the first birthday girl, Jancy Campbell. Could you get Jancy on the screen? Jancy, you have something you want to say?
I'll say just a little bit, yes. First of all, thank you. And I also want to go back and thank whom I thanked many times, Norris Hermsmeyer, for introducing me to Rotary. This is the most amazing group of people with so many talents and skills. Putting together a project is just a joy, using everyone's abilities. But I also want to say that for me, it's a very special day because my three daughters, one who lives in Washington, D.C., one in Minneapolis, one in Fort Worth, have all come to Boulder to help me celebrate today. So that's very special. Thanks, George.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
The next person is Gordon Gam, who wanted to say a few words. Gordon, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, George. Usually on my birthday, I tell a story about what it's like to grow older or a joke or something. But I find that because of my age, I'm now reading the obituary to make sure that I'm not in it. And I was reminded of a story about a friend of mine whose father was a pilot, and he told me that he hopes that he dies like his father, that peaceful and in his sleep, unlike his passengers who died screaming. Anyway, also Irma Bombeck had on her gravestone, no big deal, I'm used to the dust. And then I had a friend who was a hypochondriac, a cousin of mine, and he had on his gravestone, I told you so. I told you I was sick. Anyway.
Happy birthday, Gordon.
Thank you.
Rob Rutherford, do you want to say some words for your birthday? Unmute yourself if you do, or even if you don't. Well, anyway, I guess not. I'd like to recite a little poem that I wrote 25 years ago. I've never seen a bumblebee in flight that did not fly with all its might. There are some people I have found who do the same here on the ground. They try so hard to get through life and struggle on as if in flight. You can feel the fear deep in their eyes that if they slow up, they'll plunge and die. I'm not saying you should not try, but it depends on how and when and why. Get you. Being first is an honorable goal as long as it doesn't ever does kill your soul, make you go so fast that you lose your way and you wind up last. So take your time with a steady hand be like a hummingbird on the ground, on the land. Stop and enjoy each pretty little flower. And life is what gives us power. Thank you. And happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Gordon and Jancy and Bob Rutherford. So hope you all have a wonderful birthday weekend. Now I'd like to introduce the Boulder Rotary update, please, Fred.
Ready. Cue George Browning.
Boulder Rotary Club is the best place to be in Boulder County on a Friday afternoon, just like Michael Weatherwax used to say.
Mike Brady and Cassidy Murphy are inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting. It's BRC Trivia Night, and it will blow your mind. August 4th at 6 p.m. Be there.
And it's almost the last chance to help out Crayons Calculators. They've got 11,000 backpacks to fill this fall, and they have a virtual event on August 6th. There is a table. Contact Don James or Larry Johnson.
Join us for a socially distanced wine tasting event. There are two, one on August 2nd, this Sunday at 6 p.m., and the second on August 16th at 6 p.m., and it will take place outside on Anne Marie Reeder's beautiful deck. So if you want to attend, please just RSVP to Anne Marie Reeder.
And Michael McHale wants you to gear up for Mile High United Way's Day of Caring on Friday, August 28th, celebrating 26 years of volunteerism in Boulder and Broomfield counties. It's going to be a really good time. Everybody has a place, and sign up with a link on the rib next week.
Choose to give to the Boulder Rotary Club Foundation just by shopping on Amazon. Make sure to select Amazon Smile, and then a portion of your purchase will be
Donated to Boulder Rotary Club, not Jeff Bezos. Rotary's brand is its service.
I wish for peace. There's been a lot of excitement about the Writing Club, and in fact, it's full.
And Linda Davidson is still looking for pledge and four-way test readers. Start our meeting with your voice. Wow, we have great programs, Sally.
And next week, join us for Rick George, the athletic director at CU, and he'll be talking about the state of CU sports.
Don't miss it. Fishing is one of my favorite activities during summer, Sally, isn't it?
And we'll see what we catch camping this weekend.
Horsetooth Reservoir, probably nothing. Everybody say it with us.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you all for being here today. I'd like to thank Linda Davidson and Faye Davidson for leading us in the pledge and the four-way test. Cassidy Murphy, Daryl Brown, Fred Hull, Carl Kurtz, Gary Kahn, Marty Evans, Nancy Chin Wagner, Michelle Carpenter, Bill Anderson, Paul Jurdy, and of course George Russell for all of your help today with putting this together. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all next week, and I hope you have a great week. And I'm going to ring the bell. Bye, everybody.